based on European club, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, which is bigger?
That is still subjective because
No, what's subjective?
it's subjective because Nottingham Forest have not participated.
Based on your based on your
Okay. They are bigger than Arsenal.
It's great to have you join us on today's edition of Meshviews Sports. My name is Moshood Kadiri. Gone are the days it used to be a thing of joy for we citizens of Nigeria to see our beloved Super Eagles play a football match. But it's quite unfortunate that is no more the case. I mean, who do we explain to? There was trouble to get points against Lesotho, Rwanda, South Africa, and Benin Republic by extension. But I won't be doing this alone in the studio. I've got Taiwo Olatuja and Sodiq Azeez. And together, we will be digging deep into this story and see whether the Super Eagles of Nigeria have got something in stock for we, the football lovers of this nation. It's great to have you join me in the studio, Taiwo Olatuja.
Absolute pleasure to be on the show. I mean, the topic is an interesting one. I mean, the whole story about growing up, you know, the buzz, the excitement to watch our beloved Super Eagles, and now it's suddenly, you know, died down and all. It's quite unfortunate, but, you know, let's get ready to rumble.
The energy man himself, Sodiq Azeez, it's good to have you join me in the studio.
Yeah, great to be back after a long while. You know, you are going to put us to talk on a topic that's kind of disheartening. You know, growing up, I think the first international tournament I saw Nigeria play was Ghana Nigeria 2000. No, France 98, but at least when I knew that, but it gone there, not that there, Ghana Nigeria 2000, and I saw how we played that tournament. It's unfortunate how we've derailed now. Now, when you watch Super Eagles of Nigeria, they're just almost starting that nothing good is going to come out. So, it's where we are.
Taiwo, let me come to you quickly.
Yeah.
How did we get here as a nation?
Well, if you ask me now, who I go ask? Trust me, you know, but that's a great question. And, you know, straight off, I would say it's a mixture of so many things, you know, internally, externally, you know, and so many things that I wouldn't want to say right now. I would rather say it off mic, you know, but trust me, this is football. This is our beloved, you know, Super Eagles of Nigeria. And like you mentioned earlier, you know, not getting maximum points. Trust me, with all due respect to, you know, Lesotho, Benin Republic, and even South Africa, in the qualifying, you know, round to the World Cup, and not just a mere tournament, we're supposed to be getting maximum points. You know, how do we get here? You know, it's a lot of things, you know, from, you know, the federation, the players, the management, the coach, everything. And it's quite unfortunate. It's really, really, really unfortunate that now we have to always, you know, I mean, for quite a number of years now, we've always had to rely on, you know, calculators, permutations, you know, to get, you know, to the next round or to an important tournament. So it's unfair. It's really, really unfair. But a lot is happening. A lot is happening that you know, we will definitely get to know more later. But I know a few. But like I said, I'll say it later.
Do we still have it in us, or what should the Super Eagles do going forward?
There's nothing to do anymore. My literature teacher used to make us read a poem back then, Songwater High School, Mrs. Adonlao. She would say, your future is in your hand. You can mold it as you like. Do you understand? Our future were in our hands. We gave it to Lesotho. We gave it to Zimbabwe. He said, no disrespect to Lesotho. Disrespect to Lesotho. Disrespect to Zimbabwe. In fact, disrespect to South Africa. When Nigeria had a ball, who be Lesotho, who be Zimbabwe, who be South Africa? In South Africa, when they had the likes of Lucas Radebe, Matt Fish, Sean Bartlett, I'm not watching it now. Yaloman now. Do you understand? So disrespect to them. If our footballers derailed now that we now trade in a World Cup group that we ordinarily should top, then I think it's a shame on the players, not shame on NFF. It's a shame on the players because they are the biggest gainers of World Cup. They get to the World Cup, they get more money, more transfer. This if they play well, you know. But I think there's nothing to do again to salvage the situation. Even the back route that we want to pass, Tafegba and Kuleye want to do. The Madagascar is ahead of us in that group, in that second place group. Gabon is ahead of us. There's Cameroon is ahead of us in that group. We are number 8 with 11 points. So even if we beat Zimbabwe and Benin Republic and Lesotho, there's still no guarantee that we are going to top that position. So we've lost it. There's nothing to do again. So I'll just advise that we don't waste money, because to execute a Super Eagles game, you spend about 500 million naira to play a game. So now imagine 2 games, that's like 1 billion naira, and that 500 million is to play at home, not playing away. So that's about 1 billion naira going to be wasted. So there's no point to waste 1 billion naira for a World Cup that we're not going to participate. So I also suggest, there's nothing to do. We've lost. Let's prepare for 2030. The next 2 games, since it's mere formality as far as I'm concerned, they should execute it with play 2 United players, Ecodu City players, shooting star. Let us pack home base. But not based on that went to town. I don't think that one yet. Let's go with proper home base. Do you understand? Let's them to execute. It cannot be bad again. I mean, with our foreign base already couldn't be Lesotho. Our foreign base couldn't be Zimbabwe. Our foreign base couldn't be Benin in the neutral venue. So what for? We are already down. So make Okuku chop that beating. Let us execute that 2 games with home base. Let Lesotho beat us. We know that Okuku, if they can draw our foreign base, how much more home base that they cannot beat?
That's a voice of a frustrated Nigerian right there. Let me come to you, Taiwo.
All right.
The Super Eagles are 6 points behind South Africa.
Yep.
They are 4 points behind Benin Republic. Let's say that 3 points is been deducted from South Africa because of the Mukwena incidents. And also, do you think Nigeria have what it takes to, match up with the likes of Benin Republic, knowing fully well there are 4 points, and they're 4 points ahead of us now? Do you think we have what it takes to compete? Do you think those teams are going to lose any game going forward?
Well, I would like to say, or what I would like to see is, them losing games and we, Super Eagles of Nigeria win games, but, sometimes football don't happen like that. But one thing I know for sure about, the Super Eagles of Nigeria is that when things get really, really tough, they kind of like step up to just give us that, that. What? No, I'm talking about games. I'm not talking about like maybe in competitions like where they do something and everybody say, hey, Super Eagles, they did something, just something for the history books. So to answer your question, it's just something like that can happen. I just kind of like foresee it. I'm not a magician or what have you, but I'm just saying that an experience that would, bring that kind of, that bring history that we can tell, our kids, our grandkids that, there was a time that Nigeria was supposed to, miss out on the World Cup in USA, Canada, and Mexico. And, all of a sudden, South Africa, they got a 3-point deduction, and all of Nigeria just went there and, just something for the history. But I'm just saying the story, but it's difficult. Trust me, it's difficult. Even if we win our next 2 games, we have to rely on other teams like we've always done. So that makes me question a lot of things and really doubt a lot of things. He said we want us to go to the next games with home base. I do not really think so, because we saw the Chan, what other home base did we picked a lot of them, the guys that we felt that they were better, we took them to the Chan and they messed up. They finished third in a group that had Sudan and all of that. So but I just think I think Nigeria, we need to face reality at the moment. Yes, it's to me 0% chance, 100% faith, whatever I want to get from the qualification rounds.
So guys, from the summary of everything Taiwo Olatuja has just said, is that we need a miracle to qualify for the FIFA World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico in 2026. I'll come to you as this. African giants. Is it African giant by population or African giants by the football we play?
Okay, before I jump to that, you said we shouldn't execute the game because of the Chan, blah, blah, blah. I disagree. I already said it. We are already down. If Lesotho could draw our foreign base, the likes of Anema Lukman and all that, if our Zimbabwe, with Osimhen, big respect to him, scored that goal, if we couldn't beat them, the foreign base. So why should we are down already? So there's no point wasting money.
We are down.
We should prepare for an exhibition.
An exhibition, exactly. It's not more important. Exhibition game.
Teams are down now.
No, exactly. Okay, well, at least that will save us money, taxpayers' money. Do you understand? Yeah. So back to that. So you said African giant when it comes to football. Yeah, I think we didn't get that tag of African giant because of our success in football that time. Because as at that moment that we attacked African giant, maybe we've won only 1 AFCON. And if the tag came in the 90s, maybe we won 2 AFCON. Do you understand? Yeah. But I think why we got the tag African giant was because our football, you cannot deny it when you go back to history. Our football is part of what shot Africa to Europe. Finidi George went to Ajax straight from the MPFL. Wanko Kanu went to Ilorin to go and play ball straight from the MPFL. So I think it's basically because of our powerful nation of playing football then. We played Bulgaria at the USA 94, the great Euro Stoichkov, despite their flexibility and how good their technique, we muscled them out. We played Argentina, we muscled them well, even though they deleted us. We played Italy, we muscled them well. We played Paraguay or wherever again, we muscled them well. I think Greece, I think they are talking about how the nature of our football, how we play, then how our football shot Africa to Europe, exported a lot of players to Europe back then. I do not think it is because of I don't think it is because of our success on the field of play, maybe by trophies or no, it's kind of because of that. If it were to be because of that, then the likes of Egypt and Cameroon should take that tag of African giant. It's not because of that, but if it's because of what we did, how powerful our football play is, how we play on the pitch, and how our football has shot Africa to Europe in the 90s, then maybe because of that. Definitely not because of how many trophies we've won.
I want to liken this to, a certain Manchester United that, live on past glory.
All right.
And right now, we can see nations like Morocco, nations like Egypt, Senegal. We see what's going on in their youth, from their youth rank up to their senior level. We can see a testament of, proper planning.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think we are going to attain this height anytime soon?
No. I say that very bluntly. No, we will not. There's a lot of things that needs to be done, but I think people kind of like mistake this African giant thing with, trying to put Nigeria. Maybe in the music industry, we are African giant. But, when you think about, or when you say, maybe Nollywood, but when you look at African giants, in football terms, in the sport, then the first nation that should come to mind, your mind and my mind, is definitely Morocco. Because what they've done in the past years, their ranking, how they've been able to grow. Yeah, I see I'm like, probably has a different opinion, but looking at what they've achieved, not just even by going to the semi-finals of the World Cup, they've done a lot of things, and they're still going to host the World Cup soon, right? It's an impressive, feat, and that's like one model that I believe that Nigeria, should follow, should kind of like copy. Yes, because they are doing really good, and they've achieved a lot in the previous years. I know you have an opinion, so you can take it.
First of all, it is only in your mind that we think I will pick Morocco as giant of Africa in football ahead of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I understand. No. I understand the fact that yes, they have facilities. If you are talking about that, I'm not going to argue that with you. But based on football success, what do you mean?
Who's had football success? Who's had more football success in the past years?
In the last how many years? Don't say 2 years.
Okay, let's do 5 years.
In the last 5 years. How are we doing the last 5 years? Did football start playing? Did we start playing in the last 5 years?
2025, bro.
You asked.
No.
You asked. So you shot yourself on the foot there. You said you put it on my court.
Okay.
To decide, you put the ball in my court to decide the nature or the position
that
it goes. That's why I said 5 years. And you said don't say 2 years.
It shows. Wait.
The Moroccan national team have done what no other team in Africa has been able to do, which is to get to the semi-finals of the World Cup. I don't think.
This is the tax. This is the tax that they want to live on. That same Morocco, if they were that good, in the Nations Cup in 2003 near Ivory Coast. No. I'm not saying
present situation of the Super Eagles.
If you're talking about the present situation, wait now. Moshood, don't say past glory. Don't about Wanika. That's it. When you're talking about football success in Africa, Nigeria is ahead of Morocco. We also World Cup before them. We've also under 70 because our leaders are they choose to mess us up.
About competition.
No. Don't tell me that it's about. You see, wait. They are Morocco. They are not going to be the sole host. They are co-hosting World Cup. How many matches is going to be played in that Morocco? How many matches is going to be played there?
Will never be in that bracket.
It's not possible. It's not possible. Morocco. It's a lie. It's a lie. Morocco didn't believe they were going to be in this bracket 30-40 years back.
No, you can't say that.
No.
They have a structure. No, you can't say that.
That structure didn't start 30 years back. That structure didn't start 30 years back. It started about 10. It's not even up to 10 years.
And that was, if truly it started 10 years, like you said, which I do not think.
It's progress.
And that means it's a massive progress.
I'm not saying the fact that
I need some respect from you.
I'm not saying. I'm not disrespecting them.
You are.
No. I'm just telling you that.
Who's the best nation in terms of football in Africa?
In Africa right now.
At the moment.
In Africa, in terms of what? What do you mean? You can decide to play Grigo and go and win World Cup. You can decide to play Tiki-Taka and fail hopefully at the World Cup.
Who is the best national side in Africa?
Who is the best national side in Africa?
Based on what? The good thing about it is that you
Ivory Coast is the best national team in Africa.
You spoke about Chan.
No, wait, leave Chan. Ivory Coast is the best national team in Africa.
How can you even say
they are the best? Who is the defending champion? Who is the defending champion of AFCON? Who is the defending champion of AFCON? Wait, you want to put Morocco? I will call you Fale now. I will speak to Fale now. Because I'm not going to the World Cup. You are saying Morocco. We are bigger than Morocco when it comes to football.
Aziz, a quick question. Is Chelsea the best club in the world right now?
Yes.
Because they won the
World Cup. No. Yes.
So they're better than the side that won the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup. Who won
UEFA Champions League?
Paris Saint-Germain.
Who did Chelsea beat in World Cup final?
In the preseason tournament. Sorry.
In the preseason. I was going to say.
Okay. I'm just saying, Aziz, that you don't, dismiss progress in terms of what the Moroccan national team has achieved in recent years. When you look at all ramification, their female team are up there.
Their club sides
are doing fantastic.
The same female. The same female team. How many months back?
It was a tough game.
That's why I put it in their color. No. I want to see because we are experiencing a decline. And you see, it's normal for well, let me tell you, the Brazilian national team, they are experiencing a decline.
Okay.
Does that mean that Colombia is a better national team than them?
What is Colombia achieving? If you compare it to them,
Colombia
what progress has Colombia made?
Whatever.
Colombia even hosting their Copa America before.
You know where I've won Copa America before? Yeah. Whatever facility Brazil boasts on of right now, Colombia has it. Why are you not saying Colombia is better than Brazil? Whatever facilities America wants to use to play World Cup right now. America is playing a joint World Cup. Brazil hosted World Cup in 2014. At least USA they hosted in 1994. When we are talking of in the 2000, they hosted in 2014. Top-notch facilities. Does that mean that USA is a better national team than Brazil because they have facilities? I'm not saying. See,
why are you
basing it on facilities?
You are the people that you are the one that said facilities. When it comes to football, giant of Africa in football, Egypt only 3 countries ahead of Nigeria.
Can you do something? I get that. I get you follow me properly.
Wait.
Stop living on past glory.
Let me tell you, you cannot look at when they mention Abela today, you will still respect him. God forbid Dangote dies tomorrow. God will elongate his life. Wherever Dangote name is mentioned in 20-30 years time, people will still stand up to salute him. That is legacy. Nigeria has a better legacy in football than Morocco. 3 Nations Cup.
Are people still saluting Nottingham Forest today?
Nottingham Forest.
Is Nottingham Forest bigger than Arsenal?
Do you know?
Is Nottingham Forest bigger than Arsenal?
In the league or in Europe?
In no ramification.
Yes. Nottingham Forest will boast of what Arsenal have never won. Nottingham Forest have won Champions League. Nottingham Forest fans will sing, "You will never win it. You never champions. You never sing it. You never sing it. Champions of Europe. You never sing that." You think it's a joke?
So, based on European club, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, Which is bigger?
Now it's still subjective because
No, what's subjective?
No, it's subjective because Nottingham Forest have not participated.
Based on your
Okay, they are bigger than Arsenal. Alhaji ni Nottingham Forest have won 2 Champions League. They are bigger than Arsenal.
you see, I love the energy from Aziz, but you can't tell me as of today. You are talking about you said something recency bias. Okay, let's use recency bias.
Recency bias
with Nottingham Forest right now. You're comparing them to Arsenal. There's no way. Nottingham Forest. Bigger franchise.
You people are the ones
that Arsenal.
You are the one that want to make Arsenal fans hate me. I already gave you option. Is it in Europe or in the league? Arsenal is a bigger club than Europe. But when you are talking about European success, when you ever are checking their records, let's say Rokiba. Wait, calm down. Let's say Rokiba goes into UEFA office now to make a research, and he's trying to it looks at the wall. You just see pictures of Nottingham Forest Champions League winner. That will stop to his name because when he's mentioning them to our colleagues, she won't mention Arsenal now. Do you understand? I don't know. You people want Arsenal fans to hate me. I'm not trying to degrade Arsenal. I'm just telling you. I'm not setting myself up. I'm telling you that Nottingham Forest in Europe, they are a bigger club than Arsenal.
No.
They've won 2 Champions League. On that contest, whatever Morocco wants to achieve in football today, so far they've not won AFCON in their life.
Okay, so I have a question.
So are we in the arena now? How many have wait. They've not won it before. How many times have they played at the World Cup?
Okay. The World Cup and the AFCON, which is bigger?
World Cup by country.
That's a dumb question. Like which is bigger?
The World Cup.
Did they win it? Did Morocco win the World Cup? Did Morocco win the World Cup?
Calm down. No one ever expected an African nation to get to the semi-finals of the World Cup.
What do you mean no one ever expected? So far you participate at the World Cup. You have a chance of every team that participate at the World Cup that get to knockout stage have a chance. No one expected. No one expected Senegal to beat Zidane to beat France. Neutral and 2 World Cup. They went all the way to the quarterfinal. What are you saying? Okay, why are we not shouting as at that moment? Why were we not shouting? Cameroon, the best in after slice bread in Africa. Cameroon is a bigger nation than.
Sure, people still talk about it.
Wait. Cut that, my cameraman. Don't say I'm not going to say in fact Cameroon. It's a disrespect to Cameroon. Senegal is a bigger national team in Africa than Morocco. South Africa is a bigger national team in Africa than Morocco. What are people saying? Talk about Onika. Omega now. Everyone feel Morocco way. I want to question at Congo for now. Talk about World Cup in Marseille now. You are comparing Morocco to Nigeria in football. In football, I'm not talking about economy.
The guys who didn't qualify
in football. In football, that will show. That will show too. I will not feel also now. You are comparing Morocco to Nigeria.
Aziz, Taiwo Olatuja, I would love to ask you this question. Is the NFF the problem of the Super Eagles, or the player themselves are the problem of the Super Eagles? Because we've seen a sudden decline over the years. Do you think the NFF or the players is at fault? Really?
Well, I'm going to share it. There's going to be a shared blame. The NFF, of course, them being the federation, and also the players, everyone involved. Like you said, the last time we played the World Cup was 2018, and for a nation, of the size of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, we ought to be playing every World Cup tournament, and now it looks like we're going to be missing out on a back-to-back World Cup. I think it's everyone. Everyone needs to be held accountable for this. Personally or deep down, I want a scenario where everyone leaves and they bring in new people, but I know it can't happen that way. So I think the best thing now is to try to do a rebuild from the federation and also the players, the team selection. It's high time we quit this narrative of always carrying the names. Let's not do the names this time. Let's go with the players that merit it. We can have experienced players. I'm not against having experienced players in the dressing room. We can have a few who are definitely very important, but now we need to all do well with team selection. Make sure that we field in players that really want to play. I like Frederick, for example. He started the first game of the qualifiers a few weeks ago, and he did really well. I love his performance. He was like one of the standout players. We need players like that, and I'm sure we can have them, but it's important that we do a rebuild, a massive one, from the federation and also the team.
Sodiq, Thank you so much.
Don't come to come and tell me that Morocco is a bigger nation when it comes to football than Nigeria again. Looking
When I saw him stand up, I mean, I thought maybe he had like both close to him.
No. I'm not going. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
Don't say Morocco. Morocco.
Till we come your way again. Bye for now.